And then, of course, you also have all your payroll taxes that need to be paid. This does all your payroll reporting in 941s, your DE6s, your W-2s, everything all in one package. So if you're currently doing that for an accountant, you know, if you've got an in-house person that's capable, run it through here. Saves you money. I talked to one client that I went out and worked with. He had told me right before he got construction partner, he'd spent over $12,000 the prior year at his accountant just trying to do his WIP schedules and do his 941s, etc. They've taken it all in-house. He's more than paid for the software for the first year, just on savings and accounting. Of course, you have to have somebody in your office, you know, that can do that. And then it issues the correct billing format to customers. Some jobs you need the AIA format. Different generals and different contracting agencies want to see it in different formats. There's a lot of different formats you can use in here. And also, we were talking earlier today about expiration dates of work comp and insurances. This has a really easy field in your subcontractors and in your vendors where you just put in the expiration dates. You keep them on file, but you're not looking through that file or noting it somewhere else. It's right there. You run a report once a month. You put in your parameter of dates, and it says, okay, John Smith's insurance is expiring next month. Send a fax to him, and let's get it renewed. So you're ahead of the game when that public agency comes to you and says, oh, we don't have it. Actually, be proactive, get it to them before it expires, and you really make their day. This software is a solution for almost all your needs for working in public works. It was designed specifically for the construction industry. It automatically calculates the job costs and all of the payroll burdens, including your work comp, your general liability, all of your benefits, fringes, even the training. And it prints out a myriad of reports for your CPA, for your bonding company, your audit and informational needs. You know, those insurance auditors, seems like they show up faster every year. But it's got all the information there at your fingertips. And also, you can customize your waivers, your liens, your invoices. You can put your fancy artwork that you have for your business. You can import it and do all of that type of stuff too. And then just ask yourself, let's see. This kind of covers everything I was already talking about. It does the waivers and the releases on the customer payments. So your unconditional, conditional, progress and finals. And you can easily do your progress billings. And it automatically tracks your retention on both your accounts receivable and your accounts payable. So if you're billing and you know that that job is 10% retention, you set it up, it automatically calculates it. It shows the total percent billed on your work in progress, but it backs out the 10% for billing purposes. I know that's something that a lot of people with QuickBooks struggle with. And then also in your AP, it will track your retentions. So it's a dual purpose thing there. And if you don't want to do retention in your subcontractors, I can't imagine why, but if you don't want to, you don't have to set that up. These are all fields that you manage yourself and tell it whether you want to do it or not. So it has a lot of flexibility. You can also process change orders both in and out of your contract. Work comp reporting, I think I'm kind of redundant here. And it does your work in progress tracking, and it also allows you to make easy adjustments if you need to make any adjustments to those numbers. You know, if you want to put your percent of overhead in there, it'll allow you to do that. So, and certified payrolls with the click of a button. This is a sample report out of the system. This is an old one from 2006, but it's basically the same information. You know, you've done a few jobs. Your owner or your project estimator said, how much are these guys, how much is this construction manager costing you every week? So you can give them reports like this that show how much they're costing you every week. And it adds on the burden based on what they were actually paid. And then this is a sample of one of the certified payroll reports that comes out of the system. And it's got, you know, all the information. It's got your company information, the name of the job, the pay period end date. The payroll number, it does not automatically fill in for you. And the reason it doesn't, if you understand the way those work, is even if you're not working on the job, you need to be preparing a certified payroll report for that week or a statement that you weren't there. So it doesn't know when you're, I mean, I guess it could, but they don't want it to know when you're there and when you're not there. So you actually physically, after you print it out, number each payroll, beginning with number 1, with the first week you're on the job. And then on your final certified payroll report, when you're done with the job, you would just simply write final across the top, and that's widely accepted. And then it's got all your classification information. It allows you to take out all of the last 4 digits of the Social Security number. I will say, though, that the DIR, even at the last workshop in January, still want to see all of the Social Security numbers. So we, as employers, are caught between a rock and a hard spot because we are not supposed to divulge that information. It's no longer public information. And they're saying, we did not change our statute. So what you can do, and they will accept it, is ask your subcontractors or for yourself to give you a list, either at the beginning, probably better at the end of the job before you pay them in full, a list of all of the employees with their full Social Security number, and keep that on file. Because 2 years down the road, when they come back and they're auditing, if you don't have the full Social Security number, you're going to have a penalty. So make sure you have that kind of information on file. I just can't stress enough. It's better to keep more information than not enough from everything that I've heard. And again, it shows exactly which day they worked. It puts the date of the month. In this one, there was $80 paid to a fringe plan and $720 for the base hourly rate. This is kind of a skewed one. This is what I do for the test system. I need to get it updated one. But anyway, this is what your certified payroll looks like. Does anybody have any questions about that? No? And this is, when you go into your construction partner, if you were to get it, this is everything that's available to you. It's got document management. You can put your own documents in there. If you want to manage equipment, purchasing an inventory. If you're a plumber and you want to, you have inventory once a year and you want to take all of your supplies in and out, there's a great way to do that when you're purchasing and then putting it out to the job. That's it. The product itself is $5,995, and there are annual updates. They have been $349 a year for as long as I've been working with Construction Partner. And they, we were talking a little while ago about now's the time to prepare for when the economy turns around. So right now, $6,000 or $6,500 or whatever it is a lot of money when you don't have a lot of work. But I do know that they'll work with you on financing. It would be a good time if you don't have a lot going on and you think you're going to go the way of public works jobs to start to implement something like this, because you're going to have a track record of what you're doing. So 2 years from now, when things are starting to pick up and you want to go to Jaden and say, I need to be bonded, and this is where I was at on this job, and this is where I'm at today with my percentage of completion, it's in place. So I gave you all a little card, and I also gave you my business card if you have any questions about it. But go to www.